Day one, Lord's Test, India versus England. England ended the day on 251 for 4 after winning the toss. So at this moment, it looks like England, that dressing room, would be much happier than the Indians because they really didn't have a great start. They were on 30, 40, 44 for 2 when an unexpected bowler in the form of Nitish Kumar Reddy picks up 2 wickets on two ordinary deliveries. And then later on, the few missed chances for Uli Pope, who is fighting to secure a permanent spot in the squad, in this lineup, gets 40 odd runs and builds a partnership of 110 runs with the Joe Root till lunch. And then soon after lunch, England lose Oli Pope and Harry Brook in a quick succession, followed by Ben Stokes, who looked tentative initially, but and also escaped an LBW decision that went in his favor. Thanks for the umpire. But still, from around 174 for 4 to add another 75 runs partnership and to get around 251 for 4, um, it looks pretty decent effort, and they would have a good night's sleep. They also cut down on the Baswell approach. Now, that maybe had to do with two things. One is obviously the pressure, the media pressure, the pressure from the experts, the pressure from YouTubers, pressure from former cricketers. Because, look, it was basically a debacle in the Edgbaston Test match. It was a wrong decision at the toss. And then on the final day, despite losing 10 overs and considerable time, and still having 7 wickets in hand, they were not able to hold on for a draw. They still lost the game around 25 overs left, I believe. Had it been any other side, had it been any other side of that quality or any other side, English side of any other generation, they would have held for a draw or tried their best to hold for a draw. I mean, as far as I know, that when England Test cricket resurgence started somewhere in 2002, 2003 onwards, till about say 2018, 2019, that was quite a remarkable English side. Yes, at occasions they have lost. They had a one home series lost, two home series lost. One is '07 against India. Then they lost 2014 series against Sri Lanka. They won Ashes all the time. They beat. They also lost South Africa a couple of times. I think '08 and 2012. But they also went to South Africa and beat them many times. They also went to India in 2012 and beat them as well. So it was a fighting English side, and given an opportunity to fight and block for a draw, they would they would rather go for it. They would be rather be more proactive in these things. Like they would be actually looking for a thrill because in a Test cricket you got to understand, holding for a draw is also some kind of thrill. And baseball has changed all that. What baseball has done is, as Ben Stokes has said on numerous occasions, that they wouldn't like to play for a draw because it's uninteresting and that's not actually not pulling enough crowds to the grounds, which is right. But one should understand that winning is an ultimate goal for any team. Yes, you have to play entertaining cricket. You have to pull the crowds. You have to maintain the traditions. You have to maintain the gamemanship, the spirit of the game as well. All that is great, but nothing comes about tramp. Tramp is the ultimate goal of any great side. And I think what's happened in the second Test match at Edgbaston was that England actually got outskilled by a very very good Indian team. Despite most of them are quite new, they've slogged tremendously in their domestic cricket, and the quality is very high. For example, Agasti, a newcomer, picked up 10 wickets, destroyed English batsmen, got the movement which English bowlers couldn't get it. He got it. Mohammad Siraj. Now, Mohammad Siraj, always an understudy to Bumrah, had his problems, had many of whom had questioned his place in the side. Now, when Bumrah was absent, he takes the lead and he delivers. And two bowlers destroyed England, just two bowlers. And I think what's happened is when they have come here, Lords, Stokes, and Baz, I think they decided that look, we have to play baseball with brains. And I think that's what showcased on the final day, the first Test match at Headingley. We have to play the situations. We cannot let Joe Root play the T20 cricket. He has to play aggressively, but he has to play like Joe Root. Here, what I see is after a long time, England is actually playing traditional Test cricket. Plus, I don't think that this wicket is as flat as a road like we saw in the Boston White English. This has something in it for the spinners, something in it for the pickers, and may possibly may do something for the fast bowlers. Now, yes, England bowling attack is under the radar. A lot of questions. Ben Stokes, I don't see him bowling because again, I think there are some hamstring problems that are recurring. Plus, what has happened is England has done a blunder by picking up Shoaib Bashir in this uh, squad itself. Forget about now when he's picked up in the squad, he has to be playing because there's no other option. He's the only spinner, and now there is so much of ego involved in it that yes, he was handpicked by Stokes and Bass after they saw some viral video of him, and they saw that he's tall and his ball's a quicker one, and there are not many off spinners in English domestic cricket. They felt that okay, let's give it a chance. Now he goes to his in his domestic cricket, in his county cricket, he's not been picked, Mr. Shoaib Bashir. So a bowler like Bashir is not is not even as good as some of the boys playing in the Maidans of India or Pakistan. And he is in the English 11. Neither does he contribute with the bat. He's a liability on the field, and his game awareness or game situation is horrifying. Like the guy actually doesn't get it. So I really don't think he's a very smart cricketer. Sorry, I have to say that. And when you see youngsters coming up, you see a lot of these. I mean, when Monty Pennisser actually came up initially, everybody will this he has something in it. He will go a long way. Although he had troubles later on, but he would go a long way. You could say that with Harbhajan. You could say that with someone like Yasir Shah or Saeed Ajmal or Nathan Lyon or Maharaj. You could say that. You could also say that someone like Washington Chase, who's still around, So I think Shoaib Bashir, if he's not getting enough from this wicket, I mean, this should be his last test match for England. They cannot carry Mr. Bashir to Australia. What the Indians have done successfully is that they are not attacking him, milking him. So what has happened is that when they milk someone like Bashir, he bowls 10, 15, 15 to 20 overs, they milk him, they put additional pressure on other bowlers. Ben Stokes has to bowl his heart out. Other fast bowlers, they don't get enough rest. So I don't know what's happened now. Again, here I still feel that if England doesn't get enough runs on the board, if they fall short, I don't think they would get anything about 350. I don't see Ben Stokes with all that I've seen today. Is that he looks like he might get out in time. Then there's pressure on Jamie Smith here. He has done well. Now again he has to perform consistently. Then the tail follows. So we are really not sure with the new ball which is already taken. If Bumrah gets it right, if Siraj gets it right, this England team will falter within 50 runs tomorrow. At the max, they might get another 100 runs. So under 350. But yet that is not a winning total for them. Because even if India loses early wickets, I'm not really sure this bowling attack, English bowling attack, is enough in them to knock over someone like Rishabh Pant in the middle overs or if you don't know about Karun Nair is due for a big innings. Nitish Reddy. Now, Nitish Reddy didn't have a good time in the last test, but he's a handy batsman. He's a good batsman. The batsman who can bowl. And it's improving, vast improving day by day. And then India has a longer tail. They have Washington Sundar, who is predominantly a batsman who bowls off spin. So, and again, he takes his batting very, very seriously. And Jadeja. Now, I'm really not sure whether England has enough enough teeth in them to knock over 20 wickets in this test match, and especially if they don't get anything above 400, that is going to be tough. Because even if India has to bat the last day, I really have some doubts over English bowling attack, and the fact that Stokes cannot bowl and Shoaib Bashir is a toast. That effectively only three bowlers, and then I think they might have to use the services of Mr. Root. Again, that may also impact his batting in the second innings. England, despite having a good day one, there are a lot of question marks now. The selection is a little bit of a problem.